Free agency is less than 4 weeks away, and I am so excited to see what Ryan Poles does with the $70 million in change that we have in this upcoming free agency period. Just a quick little note for today's show. We actually have about $10 million put aside for future contracts, which I don't think that Ryan Poles is going to sign a lot of the guys, if any of them at all. So I'm going to act like we actually have $80 million today, which makes this even more interesting, and the Bears can address more key areas of need. We got here recently because of the release of Eddie Jackson and Cody Whitehair, wishing them the best of luck. And with $80 million, tons of young stars in free agency, a lot of people are going to want to come to Chicago as they know they're a young and very up-and-coming team, one of the best defenses in football, a few pieces away from being a very, very strong ball club for a long time. Great culture, great locker room. What else do you want as a player? Which some players might even take a small discount because they know they're going to make the playoffs and they're going to get those big playoff bonuses, which luckily don't count against the cap, which is great. So overall, very good news for the Chicago Bears as they go out to the free agency period. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, thank you for tuning in. Just to kick things off, I'm acting like we're trading back the #1 overall pick in this upcoming draft because Justin Fields still is on the roster at the moment, and we're going to treat it that way till it says otherwise. We also only have 6 picks at the moment, which great. 2 of them are within the top 10, but Bulls can trade back that #1, get multiple picks this year, multiple picks next year, and even a few picks the following year, depending on who he trades back with, or we can just get that good overall draft capital that we're missing and get the best young rookies possible. And if Poles trades back, gets a haul, gets a bunch of rookies on rookie contracts, you sign these stars to 3 years or less contracts, you don't have to worry about the cap when these young guys are developed and playing at the top of their prime and only 24, 25 years old. Again, playing chess, not checkers. Now, before I begin today's show, if you agree that keeping Justin Fields is a better move in trading back and getting a haul, along with building this team through more picks, and you like the free agents that I bring in, make sure to hit the like button on this video. It supports the channel greatly. Comment your thoughts in the comments section below about who you want the Bears to bring in free agency. And as always, please hit that subscribe button. It's help grows the channel, helps get me closer to doing this full time so you guys always have up-to-date news. And on top of that, I'm trying to hit 14,000 before the combine. We're 600 away. I need your guys' help more than ever. And really quickly, exciting news. We are having our first ever draft party this upcoming draft on April 25th, starting at 6 p.m. Central Time at Rizzo's Bar and Inn in Wrigleyville. The link is in the description how you can attend. Tickets are a donation. You can put any amount that you want, but all proceeds go to college-bound opportunities and nonprofit for first-generation college students. That's what I was a part of. They helped me get to where I am today, and I would greatly appreciate even if you guys donated $1. Any cent counts, and would love to see you guys there. So let's look at the Bears' current situation. The Bears have to address the following positions: wide receiver 2, defensive tackle, edge, safety, center, tight end 2, potentially another running back, and maybe, in my opinion, a punter. And with the Bears currently only having 6 picks, they can't address all of those through the draft. They're going to have to go through free agency. So from my list above, there are 8 areas of need, 6 of those being starting spots. So you're going to have to use up some of that money from free agency to get starters, which we did fantastic last year. We brought in guys like TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmunds, Andrew Billings, DeMarcus Walker, and Nate Davis. Really good across the board by Ryan Poles. He's doing the right thing in order to build this roster, and I trust him again with $80 million. First thing we're doing with that $80 million is we're signing Jaylon Johnson to a 3-year contract with $18 million average in cap. It's going to start light at first, but then he's going to end with $20 million at the end, just like he wants. It's a win-win. He hasn't completed a full season in the NFL because of injuries, so Poles is taking a little bit of a risk, missing him for a few games, but again, when he does play, he's one of the best DBs in the NFL. That leaves me with $62 million left. Then I'm going to go out and sign defensive back Josh Blackwell, a special teams guru who has been fantastic the last 2 seasons for the Chicago Bears, very loved in the locker room. Great guy as well. We have him on the show all the time. I'm sending him a 1-year, $1 million contract, which leaves me with $61 million left, addressing that key need of having a guru on special teams. And then obviously the #1 locker room guy, Patrick Scales, who's the last guy from the 2018 roster. I'm signing him to a 1-year, $1.3 million contract to keep our long snapper in Chicago. Vibes are high, special teams are great overall, and again, he's one of the best in the league at what he does. Love him to death, want him to stay, and that leaves me with $59.9 million. million. So in the draft, I said I have 8 key areas of need, and I'm going to address some of them, but not all of them might be starters. Wide receiver 2, I'm taking a top guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. or Roma Dunze. At edge, I'm probably going to use that number 9 pick on an edge, and I'm going to go out and get Jared Verse or Dallas Turner. At defensive tackle, hopefully with trading back that number 1, we get a second and maybe a third. Going to get a guy out there like Jackson McKinley. And then tight end 2 and running back, those are going to be later round picks. But again, I only addressed 3 starters right there. For sure, need to address center and safety. I would rather go with a veteran center in this situation, even though this is a great center draft. I would rather go get a veteran, maybe even take a center still with the 3rd round pick, like a Cedric Van Pran, and stay behind him in order to learn and then eventually pay him when it's time. And for safety, want to address that now, but do it on a rental contract. So let's put $12 million aside for my rookies. That leaves me with about $47.9 million. First guy I'm signing, talked about him before, Lloyd Cushenberry III from the Denver Broncos, 6'4", 315-pound center, only 26 years old. He had a fantastic year last year with the Broncos, having a 76.5 pass block grade and also a 12% positive run block grade win percentage. Number 2 in the NFL amongst centers. This guy is one of the best young centers in the NFL. He'd be great for this offensive line, not only because he's young, but he is a veteran at the same time. He's a young veteran. Let's put that out there. One of the best at his position. Doesn't have to worry about, having to deal with double teams for our guards. Just a great pickup that would help solidify the offensive line in a big key area of need we needed the last couple of years. He's projected to get a 4-year, $57.1 million contract with $34.25 guaranteed. That's about a $14.2 million cap hit per year. And if I do that, that leaves me with about $35.65 million left. Then I'm going to go out and get a guy that's been rumored and connected to the Chicago Bears, Calvin Ridley from the Jacksonville Jaguars. The 6', 190-pound, 29-year-old was drafted in 2018 at number 26. He's a one-time All-Pro. He has over 4,300 receiving yards, 36 receiving touchdowns, a career average of 13.5 yards per catch, so he's guaranteed first down money machine. And in 2013, after he was suspended in 2023. It's Friday, guys. Sorry about that. 17 games with over 1,000 receiving yards and 8 receiving touchdowns, a 13.4 yard per catch average. Fast separation wide receiver, 6 feet tall. If I go out and get a guy like Marvin Harrison or Roma Dunze, I address the big body wide receiver. And this guy would be fantastic to pair with DJ Moore. Would be a 3-headed monster in our wide receiver room. Instant plug and play, would be great for the Chicago Bears. And he was rumored to be a part of the Bears on their radar a couple years ago when he was traded from Atlanta. He is roughly projected to get $13 million this upcoming season, which is steep, but not as steep as some other wide receivers that we have to pay. We're paying DJ Moore more than that. But we'll see what Poles does. If I do that, that leaves me with about $20.65 million left. A guy I've also talked about before, and I think also would help with the edge position and would make an unbelievable rotation, is Bryce Huff from the New York Jets. 6'3", 255 pounds, only 25 years old, is an undrafted rookie free agent out of Memphis in 2020, but has played with some of the best in the NFL. His career started slow, but this past year in 2022, he started to turn it up. 2022, 3.5 sacks, 10 quarterback hits with 2 tackles for loss. But in 2023, that's where he took off. 10 sacks, 21 quarterback hits, 10 tackles for loss, 29 total tackles, and 1 pass deflection. And here's why. Breakout season. He had a 90.1 pass rush grade, a 23-point run pass rush win rate, and a 45.2 run defense grade. Not the best, but his pass rush is unbelievable. Big, fast, but yet small at the same time, plays to his ability, great flexibility, and gets to the quarterback at ease. Right now, he's projected to get a 3-year, $40 million contract, but he's the cheapest out of the big name edges. That's another $13.3 million per year for that guy. And someone to pair with 10 sacks, not too bad with Montez Sweat, DeMarcus Walker, and if I take a Dallas Turner. So overall, that would leave me with $7.65 million, but I still have money in the bank and I'm still going to address safety. I'm going to go out and get recent Super Bowl champion Mike Edwards from the Kansas City Chiefs, a great rental while we draft a safety in the later rounds to develop someone and also work with Jaquan Brisker. He's 27 years old. He's 5'10", weighs 205 pounds. He's a hard-hitting safety with 45 total tackles this past year for the Chiefs in the regular season. 5 pass deflections, 2 tackles for loss, and 1 interception. And he was a rotation guy too. Started a few games, but again, big hitter, a lot of swag, great on the field. Would love to see him in that back secondary to help develop safeties, maybe help Jaquan Brisker learn a thing or two still, as he is still growing in this league. Fantastic player, by the way. But I give him a 1-year, $5 million contract, which is what he's projected. And that still leaves me with $2.65 million. And I can use that on, key depth pieces for veteran minimums or anything like that. But this group of guys, I think, would be the key answers for this team to help them go out and win now. And also, like I said, sign them to less than 4-year contracts, minus Lloyd Cushenberry. Draft your guys that you're going to develop behind them. So then when they're done with the Bears and they're out of their contracts, you have guys ready to go. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I had a lot of fun making this free agency mock, as I always do. And I greatly appreciate your guys' support. The channel's doing unbelievable. Never thought I would get to this point, and we're just getting started. The day that I hit 30,000 subscribers is the day that I am officially a full-time YouTuber. And I'm here for it. I'm excited for it and can't wait to do it for you guys. Thank you all for your support. Again, make sure you come to our draft party. Would love to see you guys there. We got podcasters. We got former and current players coming. You're not going to want to miss it. But with that, thank you as always for tuning in this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, bear down, baby.